Saturday Social is powered by FIFA 22 with PlayStation.
Right, January transfer window is open,
yes.
Joe. So we've got some props. I don't know if you lads want to reveal these.
No expense spared. Look
props.
At the budget on
Saturday
that.
Social. Look at these. As you will see, one says true, one says false, because we've got some done deals and some transfer rumours. Do you want to explain how this is going to work, Joe? Because it's a new item for us, this.
Absolutely. We've got 7 statements about 7 big transfers. Some of them have happened. Some of them are just rumours. You guys are going to say if that statement is true or if that statement is false, and then argue your case. You've got 30 seconds each to argue your case. Okay, so it's very simple, and the budget has been maxed out on those cards, right? So,
2 of them as well, wow.
I know, it's really going out there. We'll start straight away then with Luca Dean, who, of course, joined Aston Villa officially this week, and the statement we've got is true or false. Aston Villa is a step up from Everton for Luca Dean. I'll give you a couple seconds to think about it, and let's reveal what you're saying. Is Aston Villa a step up, Chris? It is. Flav. It is.
Wow, okay.
Wow. Okay, we've got 60 seconds on, so 30 seconds each. Chris, I'm coming to you first. Why is Villa a step up from Everton? Go.
I think it's a different question before Gerrard joined. I think the defence under Villa is so much better. Coutinho coming in as well. Quite a weird signing for Barcelona, like the fact that he just didn't do really anything in the grand scheme of things there. He's at Liverpool, he was one of the best playmakers I think the Premier League has seen. I think Villa could be really strong coming into the future. They've got Watkins, they've got a good team, and under Gerrard, they're just looking stronger and stronger defensively. It's like similar level to Tuchel coming in and making such a difference defensively. So
big shouts. Flav?
Yeah, it's important to say that Villa and Everton are comparable in size of their clubs, but in terms of this moment, Digne's move to Villa is much better for him. They're much more adventurous in the kind of targets they're getting in the transfer market. Leon Bailey to come back. As you said, Ollie Watkins and Coutinho as well, who's, we don't know what he is anymore, but that's a marquee signing. I'd much rather, I'm sure Villa fans are much happier than Everton fans right now, and, the left-back going there is testament to that.
Okay, perfect time.
Look at that, that's professional.
Absolutely
Professionalism.
and they agree on the first one, so the next one is another done deal, this one, Joe. Chris Wood. So that was announced this week. Chris Wood going to Newcastle from Burnley. The statement that we are going to ask you if it's true or false is this. Chris Wood moving to Newcastle relegates Burnley. Now, for context, they're on the same point, but Burnley have 2 games in hand. Let's reveal your answers, true or false. False for Flav, true for Chris. 60 seconds on the clock. Kick us off, Chris.
I think Chris Wood, I really think it depends if Andy Carroll goes to Burnley, probably the most predictable transfer in the history of football. But he's been really important for goals for Burnley. But having said that, Burnley are constantly a team that look down and out, and then somehow they do a job. And I'm thinking about going back on my answer.
Decision. No, you can't bottle your own decision.
I'll hand over to Flav on that one.
Flav, you disagree with Chris on this one, so go on, explain your reasons.
Well, there's a couple of things. They don't go down with Sean Dyche. He always finds a way. He's an incredible manager, and there is that aspect to it. With 2 games in hand, there are points on the table for him. Chris Wood, leaving him is obviously intrinsic to the way Burnley play, but if they get in Andy Carroll, and if he stays fit, I'd argue that he's a better forward than Chris Wood anyway. So, that's why they stay up. If they can get Carroll in, 100%, that's perfect. He's absolutely perfect. If he can stay fit, they'll stay up. Even without him, I think they'll stay up anyway. But.
Okay, there we go.
That is some statement by Flav there, by the way. Clip that out. Andy Carroll, an upgrade on Chris Wood. Let's move on to the next statement then. This is about Dusan Vlahovic, who has, of course, been heavily linked with a move to Arsenal over the last week or so. So the statement we're making is Dusan Vlahovic won't sign for Arsenal. True or false? Even the Arsenal fans saying true. And 60 seconds on the clock then, Chris. Let's go.
I think he's an incredible player, but he's only had 1 season where he scored lots of, 30 goals or something?
33
but
the year.
From the XG, I know I don't want to push stats too much, but the XG wasn't that. He's over scored his XG by like 7 goals or something, and that's, unless you're a Messi or Ronaldo, that's something that doesn't really happen repeatedly. So I am not sure about the price. They want a lot of money for him. I'm not even sure a striker is a great position for us to go for at the moment. I think midfield is probably even like Lacazette's okay. I'm not sure we'll buy him.
Flav.
I'm more than hoping that it's not true than I believe it. With the amount of noise coming out, you feel like it could happen. That said, so much money. £300,000 reportedly he wants a week for a player who's had 1 season. £80 million. That's a massive investment. is it wise? Is that good business for football? Especially Aubameyang's still on the books for 300 grand odd a week as well. So for those reasons, I hope that he doesn't sign because he's mustard.
I can't see Arteta doing it as well. I don't think it's transfer business that he would do. Personally.
Okay, time up. We've got to move on to the next one. This is Jesse Lingard linked, we've seen this week, with a move to Spurs.
I know,
so true or false? Yeah. Statement with this one is Jesse Lingard will make the World Cup squad if he joins Tottenham. True or false? What are you saying for this? Both going false.
Wow.
Flav, you're the Spurs fan. Kick us off with this.
Well, just the attacking quality that England already have would make it really difficult, even if he had a stellar last part of the season. If he comes to Spurs, he's not guaranteed to start every season, every game anyway. So for both of those reasons, I can't see how he's getting into the England squad. More to the point of the fact that England's front line is unbelievable anyway. He's just hasn't had enough time in form. He's been out the side at United as well, so I can't see it.
Yeah, had a good loan spell at West Ham, didn't he, which got him in the provisional England squad, but then didn't make the final cut. As Flav says, a lot of competition. You went false with this as well, Chris.
Yeah, I just agree pretty much with everything you said, to be fair. He had a great spell at West Ham, didn't he? But I just sort of feel like, I mean, how old is he now? Any ideas?
I think he's 29.
Must be so he's probably past his peak now. He always plays well for England, though, generally, in big tournaments and stuff. Does seem to come up with a goal here and there, but I can't see it happening.
He'd need 10 to 15 goals in the second half of the season.
Did it at West Ham, though? Did it at West Ham?
It's true.
Very negative about your own team, though. He might come in and have a similar level impact. Has to be said. Let's move on to the next one. And this is a really interesting rumour. Tariq Lamptey being linked to Manchester United by the national press. So the question we're asking is true or false? Joining Man United is good for Tariq Lamptey's career. I didn't write this one, but I've already got horrible images of what these guys are going to say. I'm not going to lie. What are you saying? Oh, disagreement. I like it. I'm coming to the positive person first. Go on, Flav, why?
Well, but fundamentally, this funk that United find themselves in isn't going to last, is it? They have too much money for this to be the mainstay forever. So Lamptey going to a club the size of Man United, and he's that good. He's good enough to play for that level. It'll be a perfect platform for him. It might not work out in the next 2 months because of the situation, but inevitably it will work out for him if he can stay fit. That's the other thing. But yeah he's a quality.
Hasn't necessarily worked out for Wan-Bissaka, though. Is that the reason you've gone false?
I think it just puts them in a bigger limelight, which, from what we've seen of players at United, is kind of detrimental to a career. And I think it can, like that. I mean, it's not just Man United, you know, lots of big clubs have it, but I do feel like you get scrutinised and put under the radar a lot more. So I don't know if Tariq Lamptey's quite at that level where you would want to deal with that. Maybe he needs a club and then it's like a Man United or someone, but for young development, I'm not sure it's the move that I would suggest.
Isn't the current opinion of Wan-Bissaka so bad that any right back coming in now is going to get it?
Okay. Disagreeing with that one.
Might well be right with that.
Good topic there. I like that. And both good points as well for the guests, I've got to say. Next up, Youri Tielemans. Now, this is an interesting one, this, because linked with a move to Arsenal, linked with the top players we know. We heard Brendan Rodgers say that he's happy as well, so it's interesting to see how this one pans out. The statement we're asking our guests is true or false. Youri Tielemans will have better offers than Arsenal. So again, these are all rumours at the minute. What do you think of that? True or false, Chris? Reveal.
I think that's
false.
It's fairly naughty.
Yeah. Okay, and Flav agrees. So Chris, you're the Arsenal fan. Kicks off.
Personally, I mean, I would take Tielemans. I think he's a great player. It would instantly improve our midfield. But in terms of the size of a club, in terms of like, you know, the money behind it and stuff, I don't think you could say that he would he would have a better offer than Arsenal. Personally,
you don't think a Man City or a Liverpool on the table?
No.
Is that based on what? Based on his ability, the stage of his career, contracts? What?
I would, based on his ability, I would say Liverpool, Man City, he's too low for them, personally. But then again, you know, they're great managers who can sometimes take players who everyone looks at as not brilliant and they can turn them into a special player for a certain tool.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the size of Arsenal would make it difference. Brilliant. At all. I think he's he's level. Leicester and Arsenal are kind of on a level, I would say. So Tielemans, that would be a good move for him. I think it is a marginal step up in playing side. So I don't think he's quite good enough or has that sort of status that he will end up at City or Chelsea.
Okay. I'm surprised at that. Has to be said. I thought one of you might say that he's ready for the big time. Feels like to me he's ready for the big time.
He's not going to Spurs.
Fair enough. Let's move on to the final one then, and this is about Adama Traore, heavily linked to Tottenham Hotspur. This one looks like it might well happen. So the true or false statement is Conte will make Adama Traore World-class
Why are you laughing?
wing-back. I don't mean to laugh. Will he make him a world-class wing-back? True or false? World-class.
Well, no, that's the problem.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, my word. I can't believe it.
World-class.
The Arsenal fan
World-class.
has said
The Arsenal
yes.
fan's saying true.
OK, Chris, why true?
I think Adama Traore is one of the best players in the world at progressing the ball. I think at fullback, it's the first time I've heard about it, but I think it could actually make a lot of sense. And with a certain amount of coaching, he could actually... I mean, the problem is his delivery, isn't it? Which has always been the question. But in terms of ball progression, he is, never going to get knocked off the ball, incredible at dribbling. I don't know. I could see it happening. Yeah, I could.
Conte's got sort of form with developing players into wing-backs as well in the past.
He's a lot, but he's a rough diamond in the most extreme, and I don't know how good Conte's chisel is. But do I want him? Yes, 100%, hands down. He'd be the most fun that I've seen at White. It's crazy, it's absolute chaos, right? But if you can coach him just to get to the point where he needed to be, and then just pass to Kane. All in 5 yards. Don't do anything else. All the time. Make yourself available. And he causes such chaos going forward that there will be room for others. And I think that just him being there will free up Son, because we've seen him get choked out.
Yeah.